Well,
I like the
goddamn,
little
man. Hey,
cartoons.
man, look here, man. We are working, man. I'm telling you, just because you don't
Yes.
see us going on, they be making it happen. Hey, church lady, how you like that one?
I think those are so cute. They look just like us. That's
Hey,
so
man.
cute.
Hey, we working around here. Hey,
Yes, we
welcome
working.
everybody to the Under No Conditions podcast.
Welcome
I am
back,
Isaac
y'all.
Ice Man, and my co-host over there, crazy ass church lady. White, yeah, man. What's going on with y'all, man? What's
What's going
happening?
on? How was your
I
week,
was,
man?
hey, look, let me tell you something, man. This week I was tired, man.
Tired.
I'm telling you, man.
At work.
Yeah, they told me I had to use some time. They said I had too much vacation time. They didn't have to tell me, but one time
I know that's right.
it's about to be a problem.
I know that's you about to be out here. It's about to be hot boy summer for you,
Hey,
huh?
man, it's gonna be a chill summer. Ain't
I
gonna
ain't
be
never
no.
had a job tell me I had too much leave.
Hey, man,
Church
it
lady
ain't
just
gonna
calling
be no
out.
hot boy summer over here, man. I'm telling you like this, man. Ice Man, he be trying to keep it on the chill side. You
I
hear
know
me?
that's right. I know that's
Yeah,
right.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we got a great topic this afternoon. Church lady and I, we was talking before the show,
Yeah.
and many times under no conditions, it's really a reason why we call that, because I don't think there's too many topics or conversations we ever gonna steer from,
Right.
regardless of how controversial they are or not. But today, man, we're gonna talk about introducing new partners to your
Yeah.
kids, timing, red flags, and readiness. It's a
Yes.
big one. And
It
one
is.
of the reasons we chose that is because it's get ready to get warm. And it's a
Yeah.
lot of things that's going to be going on. And regardless of whatever your belief system is, T, it's going to be some people that's going to be affected. There's going to be a lot of red flags that's going to be ignored, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Yes.
going to be a lot of decisions making people going to make out of their feelings.
Out of feelings. That's it. That's it.
So it's like we both have experiences with those issues,
Hmm.
because I've been in many relationships where I know for me personally, I've ignored the red flags.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And for me, it was a way for me really not to look at the person that I was. And
Yeah.
sometimes and many times it was for convenience.
I like that you tell the truth about that. Because a lot of people don't say what it is. It's a convenience thing.
It
I
is.
got yeah, yeah,
It is. It is. When you ripping and running and you all over the place and you not emotionally healthy and you just trying to find your way, it's easy to get caught up in that cycle of destruction and involve yourself with individuals that have triggers that matches yours.
yeah, yeah,
So when we talk about timing, we talk about red flags, and the thing that I like about this topic, it talked about being ready,
yeah, yeah. But
readiness.
on top of all of that, adding children into the circle, adding children into the equation, that's a lot. It's a lot.
Is it really a lot, T, or is just something that we become so accustomed with that we think is normal?
I think it's a lot. I think sometimes in hindsight, we wish we would have done things better. I think that's anybody with any situation. But I think when we out here adulting, making these decisions, those people with children, sometimes the decision is not always based on is it gonna be right for the kid? Like you said, there's some red flags in the beginning, and now you
Mhm.
know that there's red flags, but you introduce your child to a person knowing in the beginning this probably not gonna work. This might not last. You know what I'm saying?
Whew.
It's a convenience thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean, when we talk about think about. I want you to think about this. We're gonna talk about it a little bit. Do we really think it's not gonna work
I
in
ain't
the
gonna lie
beginning?
to you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If anybody hard headed, church lady hard headed. Church lady's very hard headed. I gotta keep it real. Like I gotta swallow that pill and be honest. I'm very hard headed. So a lot of times I ain't even gonna lie to you, Ace man. I knew,
Y'all see how I looked at
but
her, right?
but again, like you said, out of the convenience. And convenience ain't always got to be money. It could be
Yes,
emotionally convenient,
yes,
sexually
yes,
convenient.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You do things that somebody else ain't never did to me convenient. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So when you say convenience, I don't want y'all. When Iceman say convenience, y'all, I want you to think from the perspective of just money, having somewhere to stay, being able to drive somebody's car. It's convenience in other ways too. You know, I
Exactly.
listen. I ain't gotta listen. I know you ain't good for me, but listen. One thing I know, we gonna have us some sex. We gonna hang out. We gonna party. You gonna spend some money. You know, we gonna have a good time. So I'm gonna just stick with you because it's dangerous out here in the world. But
Oh yeah.
in my true heart. I know you ain't the one. I'm dealing with some bullshit with from you too. You know? I mean,
You,
am I
hey,
lying?
we gonna take it all, man. We gonna take all
Yeah,
the scraps that come along with that decision.
yeah.
And just to interject on what you was talking about as far as finances, it's never about the money.
Hmm.
Even though we say it's about the money, and that becomes the front line of everything else, because when you remove the money piece, what else is there?
Right,
Especially if you're not happy
right,
and you haven't been in a relationships, or you haven't been around individuals. I'm talking about women with that's been in long-term relationships, and I'm talking about men that's been in long-term relationships and have people in their life that's been married for so long or for a period of time that can guide you through and help you assist with you navigating through those issues. Guess what? We make it money. However, it's really more than that.
yeah.
It's really more than that. And money is a big issue right now. Money is a
It
thing.
is. It's a
How
thing now.
it's a thing now. And you gotta really, really be careful about the people that you allow in your life, because many Americans, because many times we think we've healed and we still respond out of those triggers and not being ready for
Right.
the real work that comes with being in a relationship. And guess what? And being a parent with children's makes it double trouble.
It does. Because now you gotta think about you can't just think about how you feel. You gotta think about this other human being who's watching every move you make. And so if your mommy's doing it or daddy's doing it, it's okay. But in our heart, we know, that's not okay. That shouldn't be acceptable. But you as a child, I
Mhm.
can't explain to you why I'm doing it. But then the seeds already planted. You see what I'm saying? So if I see daddy treat mommy like whatever, not coming home, a daughter might say, that's acceptable. That's just how
Exactly.
love is. It hurts.
Yeah.
Or some might say, well, that's acceptable. She just gonna have to get over it. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, I most definitely agree with you on that, because
yeah.
as we talking about this issue, I'm just thinking about, you know, many of my past relationships, and unfortunately, many of my relationships have been with young ladies that have had kids by other men.
Hmm.
And I've
Okay.
stepped into that cement and
Right.
not understanding the whole dynamic of how that's supposed to be. You know,
Was there ever a time when I'm talking about when you were younger, that you dated a young lady who had kids, but you didn't have kids? Have you
um,
ever been in a
yes,
situation like that?
I've been in that situation.
What did that look like for you?
Um,
Did you feel
I
like you had to be stepdaddy?
No, I didn't feel like I had to be a stepdad, man. It was just about, man, at that, like you said, man, I'm having fun.
Mm.
So, the issues that you were having, I wasn't willing to be a stepdaddy, or I wasn't looking to
Mm.
be a stepdaddy. I was just,
Okay.
having a great time, and I was trying to find out who I am. And I was running. So
Right.
when you running and you doing the things that you do, a lot of those things you overlook. However, as you grow and you mature, they really become pertinent in your adult life,
Right.
because many times when we dealing with individuals that have kids, you meet a person, you guys been together 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years.
Hmm.
Them kids grow on you.
Yeah, they do.
You become the new mama, you
Yes,
become the new daddy, and then one day, let's keep it real. She wake up and she be like, this ain't working for me, or this ain't no fun no more. Everybody's affected.
everybody.
You done build a relationship with them babies, and them babies trust you, especially if they, it's funny that we're talking about this because kids pay attention when we think they're not paying attention.
They pay attention. That's so true.
And as you know, like women, like I know men, and sometimes we have multiple men and women running out back and forth. This
Yeah,
week I'm with him, this week I'm with her. It's vice versa. Those kids are seeing that.
yeah.
And what happens is that you don't realize, when you in that relationship and that partner walks out and don't come back, them kids develop that pattern. So when they see somebody
Yes.
new, they already know in their back of their mind, even if
It's
they not able to say it, or they can't express it, or they not in a position to say, they know he ain't gonna be here long,
right, right.
because they starting to know mommy, and they
Yeah,
starting to understand mommy patterns, or they getting to know daddy, and daddy
right.
just running through them. Daddy not loving nobody, mommy not loving nobody. And
Hmm.
then when a Tiana come, when an Isaac come, and we be hanging around 3 6 months, they're like, oh,
Yeah. What's
what this
up?
what this look like?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
different.
yes.
So what happens is, and this has been an experience of mine, and I can talk about it today, is that when the kids become attached, what happens is you got to split your time, especially if they got 2 or 3 kids, and then
Hmm.
you got to split your time with them kids and with the mama. And I'm gonna tell you something: women will not often talk about it or accept it, but a lot of women get jealous when men get too close to their kids,
Hmm.
especially if they didn't have that father figure.
I can see that.
Because it's like, oh, you spending more time with my kids than you spending with me.
Right,
And
right.
you be like, "Nah, it's really not like that. We're a family." But sometimes emotionally, we don't see that. And that can
Hmm.
become a problem, because what
Hmm.
happens, once again, kids attach fast,
They
especially
do,
if you
especially if you're a good person.
if you're a good person and they
You
feel safe,
funny.
they
Yeah,
funny and they
yeah.
feel safe around you, T,
Right,
they
right.
go they're gonna latch in.
They're gonna latch on as exactly.
They're gonna be
Yeah,
latch. And if you show them a little something, you don't even have to show them much. Just something that they can be happy about and something they could talk about. Oh man, you in there.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna say from my side of the table, I never really dated, not on purpose, but I don't have a lot of experience dating people with kids. A lot of the my serious relationships, these guys didn't have no kids, so I don't know from that perspective of getting attached to somebody else's
Mhm.
kids, except for one relationship that I was in. But I will say this, I did introduce my daughter to maybe one too many persons that I was in a relationship with. I'm not talking about somebody I'm just having fun with, but maybe, that I was in a relationship with thinking this is gonna be the person. Because when I get
Right.
with you, I'm not getting with you for us to break up 2 years from now. Because I got a kid, and I don't want, and her dad's not in her life, so I don't want her to get attached. Being honest, just thinking it's gonna work. But in hindsight, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish I'd been in more. I wish I would have allowed more time to pass to get to know that person before I introduce them to my daughter. I know a lot of times women look
Yeah.
down on other women who did that, but I just got to be honest. That's my story. You know what I mean? I've been in maybe 3 serious relationships, and she met all of them, and she met maybe one or two in between that I thought was gonna be serious. So I wish I would have paid attention to the red flags and taken more time. You know what I mean? To before I introduce her to the equation, but as she got older, now that she's older, I had those conversations with her. I apologized to her. I
Exactly.
explained to her what I was going through. Not saying, you know what, this is a pass, but I'm just telling her she might not get it now at 18. She might say in her 30s, you know what, I understand what mom was saying. She
Right.
wasn't right, but this is what she was going through. But I think sweeping it under the rug, not showing our kids that we human too and we make mistakes, I think it makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? But as parents, we gotta take responsibility too. I
Let's
told her, I said, Harmony, there was some people you just didn't need to meet, you know.
hold
But
yourself
I was,
accountable.
yeah, holding, you know. So, you know, that and that it's a really touch and go situation, like you said, because kids do get attached fast. Even if, even if it's just, I hate to say this, even if a good dude friend of yours, he come by, bring a couple of groceries, y'all might not even be dating, but if the kid sees him on a regular, oh, that's Mr. So and So, y'all can't
Yes.
even, you might not even be dating. It's just
Yeah.
an attachment. I know he gonna come through. We're gonna have some food in the fridge. We're gonna cook out a little bit.
Ah,
You know,
that's
he
the
gonna bring me some popsicles or
hey,
some
look,
candy.
that's the lens that the child or the young
Yeah,
adult, the young
yeah,
teenager is going to be viewing that information
yes.
individual. I
I
I,
know,
I
I know
feel
when
you on
Mr.
that.
I know when Mr. Charles come through, I got candy. He bought me some popsicles. He might have picked
Talk
stopped by
about it.
Foot Locker, got me some little Jordan joints. I'm gonna have a coat, some fresh stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or he might have bought me a DVD. And he might not even be somebody that the mom is dating. He might just be a good friend.
Yeah,
But they know
and
that,
the,
okay,
and,
Mr. Charles,
yeah,
this is what I expect.
the mom not even interested. Then
Not
the kids be
whole
like,
time,
mommy, kids be like, mommy, what's like? Do
whole
you like
time,
Miss?
I'm like,
You,
Mr. Charles,
you
hell
like
no.
Mr. Charles?
No, hell no, I like Mr. Charles.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So
They be
yeah,
like, Mr. Charles bring us nice stuff, mom.
yeah. And I had a friend like that. I had a friend, homie, used to be like, Mr. So and so. I'm like, girl, no, that's Mr. He like a brother to me. You know what I'm saying?
There you
Kids
go.
like, nah, mom,
Yeah,
you need to get with Mr. So and so. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. You looking at
So
Mr. So and so like, man, I ain't messing with you, man. We cool, man, but whatever
right.
you do, you do.
Exactly.
Hey man, for you
Exactly.
guys that just tuned in, this is the No Conditions podcast. Oh my gracious,
But
man.
you
We
know
have
what I'm saying though, right?
woo, yeah, I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're saying, man. Cause Mr. Charles,
Yeah, Mr.
Mr.
Charles.
Charles might come in there with them tight ass slacks, with them size 11 motherfucking dress shoes on, man. We talk about here you go, boy.
He might have that long ass leather coat on. You know what I'm saying? That little tight ass sweater. But Mr. Charles coming
uh,
through with something.
Hey,
You know
Mr.
what I'm
Charles
saying?
is bringing a bag of groceries or something. Girl,
Yeah.
go in there and cook them
You,
pork chops, girl.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
go cook them
We
too.
having steak. Mr. Charles done bought us some motherfucking crab legs. He
Yeah,
got us some
man.
shrimp. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
So
God.
yeah, but you
You was
get
a
it. You see what I'm
goddamn,
saying?
yeah, man. You
Yeah.
a goddamn fool. You and
You just
Mr.
gotta keep a
Charles.
real name, Mr. Charles.
Hey, man.
Everybody know him, Mr.
Hey,
Charles.
Mr. Charles and Mr. Henry.
Yeah, Mr. Charles and Mr. Henry.
Ah,
Mr. Henry
yeah,
coming through this joint.
they be coming through. They be making it
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
However, those life lessons, as we mature, especially in adulthood and parenthood, and we
hmm,
look back, and sometimes you really got to say, man, you know what? I made a lot of mistakes,
yeah,
and I've learned from those mistakes, and I feel like those mistakes and those character defects have made me a better person today.
yeah. They do.
Now I
Yeah,
have those conversations with my children or with
yeah,
my child, and
hmm,
I can give them a insight on who their parent is, because
yeah,
a lot of times parents really don't want to let them their kids know who they really are,
yeah.
especially if they're living as the victim.
Right, right,
You
right.
can't at some point you got to be like, man, you know what? I have to hold myself accountable for the decisions that I made. And I
Yeah,
can't always be a victim in these
every
relationships,
situation. Exactly,
every situation.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
if you a victim in every situation, and you're not, you're not your timing is off, and you ignoring the red flags, and you not preparing, that's not his fault. You
right. It's funny that you touched on that. I was thinking about this the other day. Um, the relationship that I am in now, I'm gonna just give you an example. We had gotten not gotten, I'm not gonna say because we didn't get into it. We had a disagreement, just some regular stuff. And I'm used to when we got a disagreement, when I have a disagreement in my relationships, I zoom. I'm out of there. Like
Hmm.
I'm talking about, we broke up. I'm out of there. That's my behavior because it helped me protect myself from, hurting any further. You know what I'm saying? Or rejection. And I'm telling you, it changed my life a couple of days when he texted me. We hadn't been talking. He texted me, "Okay, so how do we fix this?" I had never had nobody say that to me before, ever in my whole dating life. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it brought me to think I'm not always the victim. It ain't always the other person. You know what I'm saying? I got character flaws too. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
tell you
I
something.
got things that I do that are definitely not healthy. Like I do have a habit of disappearing. Not disappearing with somebody, but disappearing. Like I just drop off for a couple of days or maybe 2 weeks and then I'll pop back up because that's how I process things. But on the flip side, Isaac, that make the other person feel rejected, insecure. It leave a lot of room for overthinking. So I can't always say I'm the victim. You see what I'm saying? And it just made me realize that I knew that, but it just really kind of showed me some more things about myself that I gotta work on. You know what I mean?
So you just realize that you be disappearing. This is gonna be another podcast. Yeah, I see. Hey, let me tell you something about me and Church Lady, right? We so transparent with it. She know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna share something with y'all. This is my business partner, right? This Negro here. You'll text her on Saturday. She won't. She won't text you back to Thursday night talking about if we working. Bama, I text you 6 days ago. She don't never say I just saw it. She said, "Yeah, I saw it, but I
I ain't
was,
never told you that.
no, you be like, I was, I was just going through
I just
something."
jump back in. That's all. I just jump back in. I just jump back in. Like,
Yo,
forget that it was 12
and,
days in
and
between.
she don't even realize it's been 12 days.
I don't.
However, because I know her, and when she does that, I can laugh. I'll be like, "Yeah,
No, but you
I
know
catch
what?
her."
I appreciate the people in my life that know how to do that, but going through therapy, who know me, but going through therapy is teaching me the same thing that I'm running from is the same thing that I'm giving to other people. And that thing just
Exactly.
blew my mind, man, because it's
Exactly.
like I told my therapist, I said, well, I just get back to him when I get back to him, even if it's not in a dating situation. But think about how that make the other person feel. Think about how their time is not valued, your friendship or your relationship with them is not
Relationship.
valued. So yeah, that's
And
something I gotta work on.
and
But
many
I
and many times, T, I've done that.
yeah,
I can identify it. And many times in that process of going through the therapy, we don't realize how it affects other people, one. And sometimes we have a hard time digging to identify where it started,
right. That part right
right?
there. Right.
Because that's the part that we ignore. However, that's the part many times we gotta heal.
Yep.
And that's where a lot of our red flags come from.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell anybody, go to therapy. If it's just
Yeah.
once a month,
Right.
give yourself an opportunity to experience you.
I
Because
love that. That's
many
it.
people don't know who they are. Experience
That's
you
it.
for a minute
That's right.
outside of the comfortability of what you do to everybody or for everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm happy that you're going to therapy. You and I we talk all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm happy at your growth, and we both got a long way to go. However,
Yeah.
this is the purpose, and this is the reason why we do the work that we do.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
we can share our own experiences with the world transparently and unconditionally,
Unconditionally.
right?
Yep.
And so, we don't have time to be worrying about what y'all think or how y'all feel. We're gonna give it to y'all.
Right.
And this just what it is. So red flags, readiness, and not being prepared. When you
Yeah,
having a child or children that's involved in your relationship life, it just doesn't affect you. It most definitely affects the
affects your
children,
kids real
men
hard.
and female. Don't
Yep.
ever think that young men, teenage little boys, even grown adults, because sometimes they need that figure. Damn, Mr. Jimmy, man, he been around.
Yeah.
He done told me something, man. We sit down and talk, and
Right.
mom over here acting crazy.
Yeah. You know that I mean them boys need them male figures, man.
Man,
Because
they need
first
them.
of all, he
They
need
need
a
them.
man to tell him how to deal with a woman. Because I know I got girlfriends that got sons, and they sons probably like, man, my mother be tripping because
Yeah,
they don't know how they never been taught how to deal with a woman. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And
So
and we're gonna talk about this again. Many times, many women, they young boys and they young adult men, they make them their husbands, their boyfriends.
yeah,
So when
yeah,
they would get in a relationship, now it's a tug of war because now you're not there for mom. You spending more time with your girl. Now that's a different type of conflict that comes into play.
right, right.
You know.
Yeah, and
So
that's a unique. You know, I don't. Yeah, that's a unique thing.
oh
I would love to have somebody come on the show who been in that experience. 'Cause I don't have no experience with that. I would love to hear somebody's thoughts on that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I've worked around men that have had that experience, and it's ugly.
How does it? I mean, what's that look like in an adult man that's grown up? Like, what does that look like? What type of person are we talking about that these men become? Like,
It's 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 a lot. It's a lot of emptiness there, and men get lonely. People don't realize we become lonely sometimes,
mm-hmm,
and sometimes we need that figure. We need that guy. I have a saying for me, and if you don't have a man in your life that can check you versus being okay with everything that you do, you need to get rid of him.
mm,
Get rid of him.
yeah, that's a good thought.
You know what I'm saying?
It
And that goes.
don't feel good, but it's
Yeah,
a good thought
it's
though.
not supposed to feel good. See, and
Yeah,
if you don't have a woman in your life when you out there acting crazy and you talking crazy, and they be like, "Nah, T, what you doing?
right,
What you saying? Are you
right,
listening to yourself? It's not supposed to be comfortable.
right.
Sometimes, I ain't gonna say sometimes we need that,
Yeah.
and that's in all of our relationships. And to be honest with you, that's hard
Hmm.
because we live in a world of people pleasing.
Yeah. Facts.
Everybody want to please somebody.
Yeah.
The Iceman, I'm gonna let you know.
Oh yeah.
If
If you don't want the truth, don't talk to Ice Man. I'm talking about you can come to this Bama crying, nose running, everything. And this him, he gonna listen. One thing I will say, he gonna listen. He's never gonna shut you down. He gonna listen. He gonna listen to everything you say,
yeah,
crying,
yeah, I hate this
snotting.
hot
And
Bama
then
over here.
then then when you finish, you get quiet, you like, you good? You done? You like, yeah, I'm done. All right, you wrong. You wrong. You dead wrong. That's it. Get yourself together. You wrong. And then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But he's not saying it to hurt you, to tear you down, but it makes you a better person. But he ain't just gonna give you what you want to hear though. I tell you that. Because Iceman is one of the reasons I was able to get through school, I'm telling you. And he done pissed me off so many days. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know I ain't care,
But and didn't. And did not.
man, and I slept good.
Every night. You still a Bama though.
And I called her the next day. She wouldn't answer the phone.
I
I
was
said,
busy.
this Bama's hot. She's smoking.
I was busy. I was busy.
Yeah, that's the reasoning. I'm not gonna call it an excuse.
Right.
But you know what? I'm proud of you.
I appreciate that.
She's an esthetician, man. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. I mess up some words. It took me a long time to learn how to pronounce
Everybody
that one.
say that
But
though.
man,
Everybody.
she is a licensed esthetician. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, if y'all down there in the South Atlanta, North Atlanta, East Atlanta, West Atlanta, man, y'all down there in that Savannah area. Man, y'all need to go see A21. Is it A21 or A23? Is it A17? Man, she got some numbers and some symbols, man. Eight 17 dollar
It's
sign,
1820,
1897,
1827.
386 dash 92. I'm like, man, hey, see, I can't remember all this, man. You gonna have to
Hey,
make
look, I ain't gonna
hey,
hold it against you.
hey man, look, y'all gotta go see her, man.
Yes, I
827?
did.
Is it 827?
1827. Come see me.
1827, man. Come see
Yes,
her, man.
yes,
She
sir.
she is hey, look, she is making a name for herself down there. And I'm tell you something, man. She always got a word of encouragement. And I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you, if you don't like talking after you finish with her, you're gonna be having a whole conversation going. Cause
Yeah.
guess what? She ain't gonna be working on you, and you gonna be quiet.
Right. Okay. Okay. Not at all.
hey,
Not at all.
hey, she gonna want to know what's happening.
I want to
Trust
know
me.
everything.
Hey, and you go while you get waxed, you get a free therapy session.
Yes. Free. Hey, look. Free therapy session. We can watch a TV series together. You gonna have
exactly.
a little snack, whatever.
We're gonna
You
do
know.
it like we do it. Hey,
Yeah.
look, this is the Under No Conditions
Yes,
podcast.
sir.
We
This
want
was
to welcome
good.
all our viewers. Thank you
Yes.
for everything that you guys do, for the
Yes.
comments, for the views. Just an opportunity to give us a chance so we can be heard by you. And we really, really appreciate that.
Yes,
We
we do.
really,
We
really do.
appreciate y'all so much. For
And we
real.
really, really trust me, man. We really appreciate that.
We do.
And as we grow with you and as you grow with us, it's gonna be many, many things down the line. Um, we got some things that we working on, and we
Yes.
most definitely we're gonna include our family, our UNC family, people that tap in from time to time.
Yeah.
Hey
We
man, we on
support it.
YouTube
Yes.
under the iMedia Network, UNK Podcast. We over there on TikTok, uh, Instagram. We all over, man. So yo, come check
Yes.
us out, and hopefully, our long term goal is, man, y'all, man, maybe y'all will see us in y'all town one day. How about
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Man, because
Yes.
that's where we going, that's what we doing. But we most definitely appreciate it. Hey, church lady, man, that was good today, man. You
Yes, it
you
was.
must have got some rest or something.
Yeah, it was good, man. You know how we do.
Hey, church lady, can I ask you something?
This is my hair, and no, I don't have $3. This is my hair, and no, I don't have $3. It's my hair.
Hey, let me tell you something. This how well we know each other, cause she knew exactly what I was going to ask. Yeah, that's my
That's
hair.
it.
Yeah, let me.
This my
Hey,
hair,
can I
and
ask
I
you something?
don't have $3, Ice Man. I told you I'm gonna get you back when I get my taxes done.
Hey, my name is Isaac. That's T Church Lady White. This is the Under No Conditions
Yes,
podcast. If ain't nobody tell you that they love you, we here at UNC. We love you. We
we
out.
love you.
Peace.
Hey, Ice